$30 for this antique furniture restoration project? That's right. I picked up this vintage mahogany Bowfront chest of drawers for just $30. Structurally, it was in pretty good shape, but cosmetically, a different story. One of the legs had clearly been chewed up, like fully committed, and the veneer along the bottom edge was failing in multiple spots. I've refinished a lot of these mahogany Bowfront pieces, and I love experimenting with different stain and paint combination. So I figured this one was also worth saving. I started by filling all the major gaps with 2-part Bondo, and I had to go pretty heavy on that chewed leg. There was another leg where the veneer was completely missing, plus a few spots on the drawers and frame that needed attention. After that, I began stripping it with my Carbide scraper, but I switched over to my sander pretty quickly to speed things up. My original plan was to fully sand down the top and the top 2 drawers and just scuff sand the rest. But the top veneer had water damage, some tearing, and even a spot where it had already been sanded through before I got it, so that plan changed a little. One technique I've been using lately that I love is putting the piece on a rolling dolly with a cushion and tipping it on its side. It makes it so much easier to reach everything without bending over the entire time. I spent a lot of time with both my orbital sander and hand sanding, really trying to recreate those original curves and edges of the Bowfront. This part always takes longer than I think it will, every single time. Once I had everything prepped, I moved it onto a pallet in the yard, and I gave the whole piece a good wipe down with a damp rag. I also vacuumed out the inside because somehow dust just multiplies in there. Then I carefully taped off the top and the inner frame of the top 2 drawer openings so I wouldn't get any spray where I didn't want it once I brought out the spray gun. And while all that was happening, I had the original oval hardware soaking in vinegar and water for 48 hours. The water was honestly questionable, but after a good scrub, the old finish and grime basically melted off. It turns out they're actually a silver tone underneath. So now the real question is, what direction do I go with this one? Come back for part 2 and see what I decided. Remember this $30 antique furniture restoration project? Here's where it gets interesting. So, quick recap. I picked up this vintage mahogany Bowfront chest for just $30, which is honestly a steal for a piece like this. It needed a lot of cosmetic work, Bondo patching, sanding, and a full deep clean, but the structure was solid, which is always the most important part. Because this is mahogany, and if you've ever worked with it, you know it loves to bleed through, I started with 2 coats of spray primer. You only see one on camera, but I did 2, and I sanded lightly after each coat dried to keep everything smooth. Next, I applied 2 coats of this muted sage green. And of course, as always, once the paint goes on, you suddenly see every little flaw you missed. So I went back in with some glazing putty, sanded those spots down, and touched them up with a foam brush. I still had a little bleed through on the drawers, so off camera I added some shellac to block that, and then came back in with a 3rd coat of green just on those areas. After the paint dried, I went back in with 2 coats of spray polycrylic to give it that smooth, even base and really lock everything in before moving on. Then I moved on to the top and the top 2 drawers. I applied pre-stain wood conditioner, gave it a light sanding, and then went in with walnut stain. But something was off. It came out really dark, kind of flat, and way more red than I wanted. And next to the green sage, it just wasn't working. So, pivot. I sanded that stain back down and switched directions. I applied a creamy off-white chalk paint to the top and the drawers instead. Not gonna lie, I found a few more dings during this step, so I spot patched those and followed up with a 2nd coat of paint. Now here's where I get to have a little fun. Once the chalk paint had dried, I gave it a light sanding. I started drizzling on a glaze, starting with the drawers. I used a popsicle stick to drizzle it on, then a dry foam brush to spread it out. Less is definitely more here. I want just enough to add depth without darkening everything too much. I worked section by section, spreading it out and adding just a few touches where things looked a little bare. Then I carefully go over the edges, making sure I don't mess up the surface I just finished. I did the same thing on the top, and I found that working in smaller sections gave me a lot more control over the final look. After it dried, I noticed one or two areas I didn't love, so I went back in with a tiny bit of glaze and a dry brush and blended it out. You'd never know. Once everything was fully dry, I sealed it with 3 coats of polycrylic. I applied in thin layers with the foam brush, let it dry, and lightly sand between each coat. For dresser surfaces, I always like at least 3 coats to keep it durable for the long run. My last step was drilling 2 new holes for the top drawers. One of the original oval pulls was missing, so I swapped in 2 matching knobs instead, and honestly, I think it works pretty well. And here's how the final piece turned out. It's actually very similar to another piece I recently did with the same sage green and creamy glazed top. This one came out a little more tan overall, but still a huge improvement over that original stain. It feels like such a stately piece now, and the finish is smooth and durable. This is the kind of piece someone's going to enjoy in their home for decades. For a mere $30 and a couple of hours of work, I think this was a great investment. My name is Meg, and I show you practical tips for refinishing and flipping furniture. Be sure to hit the follow button for more.